Welcome to Gemini Explore. In today's video, we will be going over a supply chain use case. This supply chain manager works at a video projector manufacturer and has collected all data involved such as the product builds, inventory, SKUs, and suppliers. In this first example, the supply chain manager is tasked with finding the shared versus unique materials used for the 3 projector model builds. Notice the cluster of nodes in the center of the graph. Those materials can be defined as shared because they are neighbors to all 3 model nodes. The materials outside could then be considered to be unique to that specific model. We can group the shared materials to declutter the graph. In this next example, the supply chain manager wants to review the SKUs and the total requirement that has been committed for Q1 and Q2. After highlighting all SKU nodes, the property summary within the profile panel will allow us to reveal the max total requirement contained in one of these SKUs. We see that the maximum requirement is 17,000. With conditional formatting already preset, the largest node will prove to have the 17,000 total. With this high amount required, the supply chain manager checks to see if there's enough inventory to fulfill all of the orders. After adding the neighboring materials, we see under the profiler panel that there is 30,000 in the inventory for each material. Considering these materials could be shared, we then have to check if any other SKUs are involved. We have 3 SKUs that use both of these 2 materials. After highlighting the 3 SKUs, we can use the property summary to see the sum of our total requirement. We see that the sum shows 37,500, which is more than the 30,000 we have in inventory. This gives clear reason to contact suppliers so that an order can be placed as soon as possible. After adding the part numbers and the suppliers, the supply chain manager can share this graph to the procurement team. Searching for notes has been made a lot easier with the implementation of natural language processing. By simply opening the search bar, the supply chain manager can type a command such as show materials to add nodes onto the canvas. This search bar will also allow you to select nodes on the canvas even with specific conditions. Let's select materials with inventory between 5,000 and 10,000. We can verify from the profiler panel that the node butterfly selected has 7,000 in inventory, which beats the condition we set. The search bar is also able to handle more complex searches that may involve multiple node categories. For example, let's try searching for show parts supplied by Owl's Digital Printing. As expected, what returns is the node for the supplier Owl's Digital Printing and the neighboring part nodes. In this last example, the supply chain manager wants to generate a report from the saved graph. This graph contains all materials and SKUs in the Asia region. To complement this graph, we can generate some dashboards on a separate tab. In this dashboard view, we can add different kinds of widgets. For the graph saved, the supply chain manager wants to add a summary, a pie chart, and a bar chart. For the pie chart, the supply chain manager sets the dimension to use materials and their different measures of inventory. For the bar chart, we can use SKUs and measure the different amounts of total requirement. Thanks for watching.